Silver. Please, Silver. Oh, I want Silver. Yeah!
Hi.
Screw this game! Fuck! Please don't. Oh my god!
What is up, everybody? This is Moist Critical here, and I'm back with another tier list.
I don't know how good my Most Critical impression is, but what is up, everyone? This is How You Doing Games here, back with another video, and today we are back with another tier list. So I did do one of these before on Gran Turismo, which we have to, as you can see, we are about to do again. And that's because Gran Turismo 7 has been released, so it is finally time to factor it into the tier list now that I've finished the playthrough on the channel. So, and I don't know how similar this is going to be to the old one, so like I've shown in the Smash Bros tier lists, I'm probably going to put a old versus new image at the end of the video to compare how I ranked these in the previous tier list and how I'm ranking them now. And first things first, let's sort this out really quick. This and this, so yeah. I have not played those 5 games. I never played the Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, I never played Concept, never played Gran Turismo 4 Prologue, I never played Gran Turismo 2, and I've never played HD, so that is the ones I never got to play. So with that said, let's get properly into this tier list. So, Gran Turismo 1. So, Gran Turismo 1, it obviously it wasn't a proper true simulator, obviously, back in the day, because the technology we had back then and the technology we have now is very much different, so... But it was a really good start up into the series. It only had... I remember like playing most of the time only 4 tracks, because those are the only ones available in the arcade mode, which was High Speed Ring, Trial Mountain, Grand Valley, and Special Route 5. Those were like the only tracks I ever got to play on that game. I did occasionally do like Autumn Ring, because that was in like the Sunday Cup on the campaign. But I used to play it mainly on the PS2 because of... that was just the one that console wanted to play on, and my game saves just kept getting deleted automatically whenever I quit off the game, and it was just I just like couldn't properly progress through it. So that is why I wasn't able to like properly experience this game. But if I was to put it on a tier list, I would say it's an A. I still quite enjoy, or I could possibly lower it to a B. I'll lower it to a B, honestly. I can't remember like what the progression was like, but I'm pretty sure the car list was decent, but I can't remember what the progression was fully like in the first game. Gran Turismo 3. So Gran Turismo 3, I remember a little bit more, but it was mainly just like licensed stuff that I used to do, and then I did play a little bit more of the campaign, but it feels, looking back on it, it feels pretty similar to Gran Turismo 1, honestly. With like a few things here and there, and I liked probably the music a bit more. So I'll say it's also a B. They seem pretty similar to me. Gran Turismo 4. Yes. Straight away. Gran Turismo 4 on the PS2 was so much better than the first 3. I can't really say 3, because I know there's a lot of people out there who actually think Gran Turismo 2 is a pretty good game. But in terms of the actual best game, Gran Turismo 4 all the way. The progression... The menus and stuff was so really well done, and like I said about the progression, they added like a whole new layer to it, I believe, with certain things, and they also added as well for the first time. I don't know if it was in Gran Turismo 3, but they also added endurance races, and they also added the ability to like suspend championships and stuff like that. So it was really well done. Best game of the series. You cannot change my mind. Gran Turismo 5. Gran Turismo 5... I feel like I don't remember as much. I remember they did add like a new track editor for the first time, so that was pretty cool of them to do. But I can't remember too much of it. They brought back the ability to like suspend championships and suspend endurance races, so that was quite cool. So I would say Gran Turismo 5, it definitely looked better. Okay, I'll say this, Gran Turismo 3 and 4 did look better than Gran Turismo 1. And Gran Turismo 5 look even better than those two. So I would say, again, they still, I say they are similar, but there's some ways where they're not. So I would have to say, just because of the graphics push, I'm gonna say it's an A for now. Gran Turismo PSP. So Gran Turismo PSP, I liked the PSP port for Gran Turismo, where you're able to play it on the go. It was basically Gran Turismo 4 mixed with Gran Turismo 5 cars, which was pretty cool as well. Or Gran Turismo 4 and 5 prologue cars, not the main Gran Turismo 5, because actually it came out afterwards, which I did do Gran Turismo 5 first on this tier list, but that did come out after the PSP version. So this one, I did like it. I'll say it's a B. I wouldn't say there's any Gran Turismo game that's just straight up trash. I honestly would say most of these are probably average. Gran Turismo 6. So Gran Turismo 6, I do remember a lot more. They added like some Red Bull stuff, which was pretty cool. They added a like moon thing to like the seasonal events. That was pretty cool. They added Goodwood, and I think this was the first one as game as well where they added Bathurst to the game as well. That was pretty cool. And I did like that. It just felt like a more of like like you would watch a racing show and like the UI and stuff just like matched the theme of that so well. So I would say Gran Turismo 6 is an A. I could put up an S, but I wouldn't say it's like straight up the best on par with Gran Turismo 4 though. So I'll say it's an A. Gran Turismo Sport. So this was one of those prologue games, as you can see down the bottom there, but it still had like a purpose, like the online racing portion. They did update it with a campaign later, but definitely wasn't as good as the previous titles. So, although this was the first game on PS4, and so it obviously focused on all the new technology when it came to the PS4. So I would say, and I did also really like the sport mode, and that was like the main focal point of the game. I really did like the online that they incorporated into this. So I would say it's an A, honestly. Okay, so the recent one, Gran Turismo 7. So there is obviously the controversy backlash when it comes to like the progression of this game and the money nerfing and all that stuff. But I would still say this is definitely one of my favourite Gran Turismo games without factoring that stuff in. But it's hard to like not put it down because of that, because of how much it prevents you as well as it did previously in earning money and stuff like that, if you get what I mean. So as much as I wanted to put it in an S rank, because honestly I would say without all that nerfing before it all happened, it was probably just below Gran Turismo 4, honestly. But if I have to be 100% here when it comes to the nerfing and stuff, honestly I have to say it's an A. And I might actually do some changes here. I'm going to lower Sport to a B, because Gran Turismo 7 was the proper full game of Sport, because Sport was a prologue. 7 was the main entry, because 7 did bring back all the Sport mode stuff as well. So Gran Turismo 7 was the full one, Sport was a prologue, and yeah, it's just because all the microtransactions and stuff I added on top of 7 as well, just lowers it enough to put me down a tier, which does really suck, but it is what it is. I would say, honestly, I would say it's better than 5 and 6 though, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna lower 3 to a C. The PSP version to a C. Actually, no, I'll put 3 back on B. Sport will stay on B, but I'll put the PSP version down on C. It's not the worst Gran Turismo game that I've played, but like I said, there's none that are straight up trash, but it's probably my least favourite out of all of them, honestly. And it's not just because it was on the PSP, it's just because it doesn't have, it just feels like it's basically Gran Turismo 4 on the go, in a sense. So this is pretty much my tier list here for Gran Turismo. Well, let me know your own tier list down below or in the comments, and let me know what you think of it, what you think of all these games. Personally, I didn't like the frickin' whole controversy behind Gran Turismo 7. They were doing so well at launch, and then they just had to nerf the money. I mean, they did kind of bring it back to high-end ones, which I can understand, but I'm not going to go into all that on this video. If you want my proper thoughts on it, just ask me down in the comments, and I'll probably reply to it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this tier list video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. Make sure to follow me on Twitch and join my subreddit. Both links will be in the description.
And I will see you in the next video or live stream.
Goodbye.